Perhaps you know already that Linden Street, just south of Vernon Avenue in Normal, is closed again today so a water main can be installed.
A tiny English village lies nestled in the heart of America. The village of which I am speaking, referred to by many as the realm of Cheshire, is located ever so conveniently at the southwest corner of St. Louis's Forest Park. Here, within walking distance of the world-famous St. Louis Zoo and Muni Opera, only 5 minutes from the Clayton Business District, and within a mere 10 minutes jaunt of downtown St. Louis, exists the Cheshire Lodge. The Cheshire Lodge is a small hotel which prides itself on its elegant accommodations and the opportunity to afford its guests a more personal means of service. The accommodations offer
one chance in 25,000.
Up ahead for reservations, so you won't be disappointed. That's the Cheshire Lodge, St. Louis. Cheerio.
If you're a naturalist at heart, if you're a firm believer in fresh air and exercise and all the good things nature has to offer, then Alt Pharmacy has some good news for you. Now Alt Pharmacy introduces a full line of natural vitamins, everything from Natural E to kelp and lecithin. A complete line of natural vitamins at competitive prices, now at Alt Pharmacy. The pharmacy that cares about you. The pharmacy that's been around a long, long time, offering you quality, dependable prescription service. And all those extras like Russell Stover candies for special occasions. And now featuring a full line of fine natural vitamins. Stop by soon. Alt Pharmacy, 1102 South Main in Bloomington, your vitamin headquarters. Alt Pharmacy. It's a natural.
Well, would you believe the Cardinals took two from the Mets last night, 4-3 and 4-1? It was the Cubs losing to the Phillies 10-2, and the White Sox lost to the Rangers 4-1. It's more baseball tonight, New York at St. Louis. We get underway at 7:15 with the Dugout Show.
I don't see me in your eyes anymore. Oh, why can't I make them shine like before? I don't see you. I don't see you. Or your heart and your kiss. That you should sigh, that you're mine, you resist. There was a time life was fine, love was ecstasy. But now I doubt what the you'll say I'm the one you'll adore. Then I'll see me in your eyes as before. I pray you'll say I'm the one you adore. Then I'll see me in your eyes as before. I'll see me as before.
That's Charlie Rich. The House Judiciary Committee is going to meet again today, or has just gotten underway, I imagine, a few minutes ago. We'll have a report from ABC News for you, live in just a couple of minutes.
Sid Collins here with a tip for you shoppers looking for exceptional values. Buy Kroger brand foods. Kroger's own brands don't get the publicity the more famous brand names do. But that's one reason they can save you as much as they do. And savings aside, many people prefer Kroger brands for their quality. The folks at Kroger take a great deal of care to make sure the products that wear Kroger's own labels live up to your quality expectations. That means everything from regular taste tests for Kroger cottage cheese to strict standards in the kinds of beans acceptable for Kroger coffee. for a full measure of enjoyment at an economical Kroger price. Try the Kroger brand next time you go shopping.
This week, 12-ounce cans of Big K soft drink are just 10 cents each. Limit of 6 with a coupon from Kroger's newspaper ad.
Good morning at 19 past 10. It's 82 degrees, and we're heading for a high of about 87 this afternoon. Maybe a chance of late afternoon or evening showers today. That's Henry Mancini and a song called Hanging Out.
Report from ABC News. I'm Joe Templeton in Washington. The House Judiciary Committee is about to formally begin consideration of proposed articles of impeachment. At this hour, a brief status report. ABC's Vic Ratner reports the first order of business will be a proposal by Republican Robert McClory of Illinois for a 10-day delay in the impeachment proceedings to try to get more tapes. The McClory proposal is expected to be defeated. The committee now has a 1,500-word draft of 2 proposed articles of impeachment. The 2 articles contain 17 specific charges against the president. During debate today, each of the 38 committee members will get a chance to present his views on the first article to be taken up. That article accuses the president of directly and personally acting to cover up Watergate. First, there'll be the reading of the article. Then comes the crucial part of trying to agree on the language of the article. That's when there'll be debate, arguments between members, voting on proposed amendments, and amendments to amendments. Chairman Rodino hopes for a final vote on Article 1 late tonight. Our next report on impeachment proceedings for the House Judiciary Committee will be at 12:20:30 Eastern Daylight Time, about 55 minutes from now. I'm Joe Templeton in Washington. This has been a live special report from ABC News.
News comes first on WJBC.
Come one, come all to the Better Than Ever McLean County Fair. There'll be fun for everyone, top-notch entertainment, a fun midway, and lots of great exhibits July 30th through August 3rd. Opening night, the World Championship Rodeo. Following nights, the Hagers from Hee Haw, Dolly Parton, Bobby and Sissy from the Lawrence Welk Show, the Challengers, a Demolition Derby, and Teen Dance. It's all happening at the 74 McLean County Fair, July 30th through August 3rd. Don't miss all the fun.
The Lowdown Dealer has done it again. It's small car madness time at Don Stone Ford, and you can really save on the new economical Ford you've been looking for. The Lowdown Dealer will give you $200 on a trade-in for any 74 Pinto, Maverick, or Mustang. That's $200 whether you push, pull, or drag in your old junker. Haul in the savings during the small car madness at Don Stone Ford.
Put that rope between your teeth, tie the other end to your old car, and drag it into Don Stone Ford on U.S. Route 66 and Route 150.
In every other song that I've heard lately, some fellow gets shot, and his baby and his best friend both die with it, as likely as not. In half of the other songs, some cats cry, are ready to die. We've lost most all of our happy people, and I'm a-wondering why. Let's think about living. Think about living. Let's think about loving. Think about loving. Let's think about the hooping and the hopping and the bopping and the loving, loving, loving. Let's forget about the whine and the crying and the shooting and the dying and the fellow and the switchblade life. Let's think about living. Think about living. Let's think about life. We lost old Marty Robbins down in El Paso a little while back. And now Miss Patty Page, one of them is wearing black. Kathy's clowns got Don and Bill where they feel like they could die. If we keep on losing our suckers like that, I'll be the only one you can buy. Think about living. Think about living. Let's think about loving. Think about loving. Let's think about the hooping and the hopping and the popping and the loving, loving, loving. Let's forget about the wine and the crying and the shooting and the dying and the fellow with the switchblade knife. Let's think about living. Think about living. Think about life. All right. Living, think about living. Let's think about loving, think about loving. Let's think about the hooping and the hopping and the bopping and the loving, loving, loving. Let's forget about the wine and the crying and the shooting and the dying and the fellow with the switchblade knife. Let's think about living, think about living. Think about life. Now let's go. Let's think about living, think about living. Let's think about loving, think about loving. Let's think about the hooping and the hopping and the bopping and the loving, loving, loving. Let's forget about the wine and the crying and the shooting and the dying and the fellow with the switchblade knife. Let's think about living. Think about living. Let's think about life. Let's think about living. Think about living. Let's think about life.
That's Bob Lumen. Let's think about living.
You'll never save more or buy more tire for your money than right now at Farm & Fleet during the grand opening of their new store on Route 9, a quarter mile west of I-55. Already low prices on all passenger tires have been reduced another 10% to get you acquainted with this fabulous Duralon tire line. For example, during the sale, buy a DS Premium 78 Series 4-ply nylon blackwall for only $18.93 plus excise tax, or a full set of 4 for only $75.72 plus excise tax. Lots of other special values, too. Stop out soon. Open till 9 p.m.
25 after 10 o'clock. We're going to have local news for you in about 5 minutes here on WJBC. Glad you could make it this morning. We go till noon and music with you. Like this from Sideshow. Magic.
Step right up. See the sun show in town for only 50 cents.
Step right up. Hurry, hurry, before the show begins. My friends, stand in line, get your tickets. I hope you will attend. It'll only cost you 50 cents to see what life has done to those like you and me. See the man with the broken heart, you'll see that he is sad. He hurts so bad, so bad, so bad. See the girl who has lost the only love she ever had. There's got to be no sadder show to see. No doubt about it, satisfaction's guaranteed. So let the sideshow begin. Hurry, hurry, step right on in. Can't afford to pass it by. Guaranteed to make you cry. Let the sideshow begin. Hurry, hurry, step right on in. Can't afford to pass it by. Guaranteed to make you cry. See the man who's been crying for a million years. So many tears, so many tears. See the girl who's collected broken hearts for souvenirs. It's more exciting than a one-man band. The saddest little show in all the land. So let the sideshow begin. Hurry, hurry. Can't afford to pass.
That's Blue Magic doing Sideshow.
1974 in Bloomington Normal. a bad year for fires. The loss of property and the loss of life has been high. WJBC joins with our county's fire departments in urging you to think fire safety around your house. Take a look around and eliminate fire hazards. Go over an escape plan with your family. Make sure everyone knows the way to get out in case of fire. And to help the firemen help the children, identify their bedrooms with an Operation Red Ball decal. The decals are free at the WJBC studios and at our tent at the McLean County Fair. Place a Red Ball decal in the storm door at the front of your house or a nearby window to let firemen know there are children in the building. Then place another Red Ball decal in the upper left-hand corner of each child's bedroom window. Now's the time to remove the decals where no longer applicable and to put up new ones where they're needed. They're available free from WJBC.
A True Test 3-piece oral brush set with a 1-inch, 1 1/2 inch, and 2-inch brush is $2.37 in Miller's True Value Hardware Store Summer Days Circular.
This is WJBC Bloomington. It's 86 degrees at 10:30.
Two people are dead and one injured after a two-car crash at a rural intersection near Graymont in Livingston County last night. Killed instantly were the drivers of the cars, 33-year-old Judith Weber of Chenoa and 23-year-old Stephen Gebhards of Monunk. 2-year-old Lisa Weber, a passenger in her mother's car, is hospitalized at Burnham City Hospital's trauma unit in Champaign in critical condition. Investigating officers speculated that neither driver saw the other as they approached the intersection. Both vehicles left the road and rolled several times following that collision at about 6 last night. The site of the crash, approximately a mile south of Route 116. This is Don Newberg with WJBC News. It's 86 degrees. The weatherman saying partly sunny, warm, and humid today, with maybe a shower or two toward evening. More news in a moment.
My trip. Yesterday, Mrs. Johnson's class took a trip to the Colonial Bakery. It takes 8 hours to make colonial bread. They told us how they hand twist the loaf and how it is fresh. Ed said he was hungry, so later on we had sandwiches, and they were very delicious. The end.
We make colonial bread like we're making it for our own kids.
9-year-old Michael Shirk, the son of Mr. and Mrs. Ronald Shirk of rural Hayworth, is listed in guarded condition at St. Francis Hospital in Peoria after being struck in the head by a batted baseball. The mishap occurred last night just before the start of a Little League game at Hayworth. The lad was rushed to St. Joseph's Hospital, then transferred to the intensive care unit at the Peoria Trauma Center. A woman napping on the front seat of her boyfriend's car suddenly found herself kidnapped at Evanston yesterday. Margaret Smith of Morton Grove said that her fiancé, Dr. Kelsley Peterson, had parked the car and gone to buy a newspaper. She remained inside, curled up on the front seat. Police speculated the car thief probably didn't know she was there when he saw the car and took his chance to make off with the auto. Miss Smith said that when she awakened and realized the man next to her was a stranger, she remained calm, jumped out of the car at the first opportunity. Police said they later found that car abandoned on a Chicago street. Presidential attorney James St. Clair says it is impossible to surrender the tapes of 64 White House conversations within 10 days, but will do so as quickly as possible. The House Judiciary Committee is to begin writing an article of impeachment today, accusing President Nixon of obstruction of justice in connection with the Watergate cover-up. The Commerce Department says sharply higher prices for imported oil led the way to the nation's biggest trade deficit on record for the first half of any year, more than $3 billion. Some 2,000 southern Illinois coal miners have walked off their jobs to protest a strong strip mining bill that passed yesterday in the House. One Texas prison official says he thinks the marathon confrontation with 7 armed convicts holding 11 hostages at the Huntsville, Texas prison may end today. Partly sunny, warm, and humid today. There is a slight chance of showers and thunderstorms late this afternoon or evening. Tonight, partly cloudy, the low 62 to 66, and Saturday mostly sunny and warm with a high around 88. Winds increasing to south to southeast at 10 to 17 this afternoon and shifting to northwest 10 to 15 tonight. Our extended outlook, fair and a little cooler Sunday. Monday, chance of showers and warmer, with Tuesday partly cloudy and cooler. The probability for measurable precip is put at 20% for this afternoon. Winds are calm. The barometer's 30 inches. It's up a little bit. The relative humidity at 44%, and the temperature now at 85 degrees. Don Newberg reporting for WJBC News.
Grab a summer full of fun captured in pictures, and grab a summer full of savings at Hawkins Camera. Right now at Hawkins, you can get discount prices on all Kodacolor film processing. Quality Kodacolor processing for your favorite summer photos, and super low prices too. For every roll of Kodacolor film you have developed at Hawkins, get a new roll for just 50 cents. It'll keep you clicking all season. Stop by Hawkins Cameras soon. 110 North Center. You'll like what develops.
The Dog & Suds $1.55 fish basket with French fries, coleslaw, and buttered roll is just 99 cents this Friday at Dog & Suds on Morrissey Drive.
Hi, this is Paul Dunn. Keep tuned to WJBC for the Ken Behrens Show.
I like that, don't you? George Fishoff does it. It's called Georgia Porcupine. 23 minutes before 11 o'clock. There's a picture of the governor in the paper today. Did you see that? In the Pantograph. And he's not in his usual setting at all. He's in Chicago Civic Center for the picture, along with a cow to promote the Illinois State Fair. And there he is on page 12 of the B section, milking that cow. Looks like he has the situation well in hand, too.
The McLean County Fair is the place to see. Lots to do for the family, for ladies, men, and the kiddies too, when you come to the county fair.
And this year, the fair is bigger and better than ever. This year, 2 merchant days. Get free children's passes and use them August 1st or 3rd. Lower cost for carnival rides on those days, too. The McLean County Fair. It's more exciting than ever. Get the free tickets from the following merchants.
Reed's Incorporated at 109 North Main, Bloomington, and Eastland. Mr. Quick at 802 East Washington, Bloomington, and the First National Bank of Normal.
Let's have another Falstaff while we're gathered round. It's got the taste, it's got the style, the best we've ever found. We're all in this together, it's time we made it clear. Falstaff is America's premium quality beer.
Words can't describe Falstaff. You can't taste words. you can taste quality. And Falstaff is America's premium quality beer.
We're all in this together. It's time we made it clear. Falstaff is America's premium quality beer.
Distributed by George Boylan and Boylan Beverage.
Good morning. It's been a while since we've heard from Ray Conniff. Ray Conniff and those invisible tears.
August 13th could be an exciting day if you register now for classes at Stevens Flamingo Academy of Beauty Culture. The new classes start August 13th, and that could be the day you start on your way to a new and exciting career in the beauty profession. Stevens is a state-approved pivot point school where you'll learn the new scientific approach to hair design. Nationally known guest artists come to Stevens periodically to show you new hairstyles and techniques, and the teachers at Stevens teach you the latest styles. They'll also have a professional facial training program. The Stevens staff will be participating in the NACA convention in Dallas. Call now and enroll. The new class starts August 13th at Stevens Flamingo Academy of Beauty Culture, 1212 Towanda Plaza, Bloomington, the only pivot point school in the area. Call 829-2308 and get started in an exciting career.
Boy, have we got big money-saving news from Lumberland.
You're not kidding, Half Pint. Right now, all those lucky folks can go to Lumberland and save a bundle on Fuller O'Brien barn paint through Saturday only.
It's priced for big savings at only $5.99 a gallon through Saturday only.
And that isn't all. With every gallon, they'll get a free bike flag.
And Lumberland has extra super low prices on carpeting, too. For instance, 100% nylon carpeting is now just $2.99 a square yard. You can choose from 4 luxurious colors. Or pick anti-static kitchen carpeting, now only $2.95 a square yard.
There are lots more fantastic money-saving buys in carpeting now in stock at Lumberland. Choose shags, plushes, all luxury carpeting.
They're in stock and ready to go on your floors. Put a little softness underfoot now and save at Lumberland.
That's at Lumberland, just north of Normal in Northtown, where you'll find all kinds of money-saving fix-up things for your home.
Lumberland Home Center, the saving place.
It's 17 before 11.
WJBC Bulletin Board.
The McLean County Right to Life Committee is having an ice cream social on Sunday at the Wesley United Methodist Church from 4 to 7. The public's invited to attend. If you'd like more information, give them a call at 662-1223 or 828-4546. The McLean County Conservation Area at Dawson Lake will have a 34-foot Montreal canoe at the lake beginning tomorrow. The public's invited to come out for free rides, leaving from the campgrounds any day through next Wednesday. And the Normal Parks and Recreation Department will host the State Junior Hula Hoop Contest in Ash Park today, beginning at 2. Debbie Weller of 206 Grandview and Roger Lawson of 1615 Bradford Lane will represent the town of Normal in the finals. Sounds interesting. If you can get it all together and keep it inside the hoop, you may win. Here's Frank Sinatra.
Well, the south side of Chicago, it's the baddest part of town. And if you go down there, you better just beware of a man named Leroy Brown. Now Leroy, more than trouble, he stood about 6 feet 4. All the downtown ladies call him treetop lover. All the studs, they called him Sir. And he's bad, bad, Leroy Brown. The baddest man in the whole damn town. Badder than old King Kong, and meaner than a junkyard dog. Now Leroy, he a gambler, and he liked his fancy clothes. He liked to wave his diamond rings in front of everybody's nose. He got a custom Continental. He got a Eldorado too. He got a 32 gun in his pocket for fun. He got a razor in his shoe. Yeah, he's bad, bad, Leroy Brown. The baddest man in the whole damn town. Badder than old King Kong, and he's meaner than a junkyard dog. Well, Friday about a week ago, Leroy's shooting dice. And at the edge of the bar sat a lady named Doris, and she sure looked nice. Well, he laid his eyes upon her, and the trouble soon began. And Leroy Brown, he learned a lesson about messing with the wife of a jealous man. Yeah, he's bad, bad, Leroy Brown. The baddest man in the whole damn town. Badder than old King Kong, and meaner than a junkyard dog. He's bad, he's bad, Leroy Brown. The baddest man in the whole damn town. Better than old King Kong, meaner than a junkyard dog. And he's badder than old King Kong, badder than a junkyard dog.
He's mean and tough, that big bad Leroy Brown, huh? Cardinals are tough, too. They won 2 last night at home against New York, and New York tries it again. Dugout time here on WJBC is 7:15 this evening.
McDonald's wants to help support the Miller Park Zoo, and you can help, too. Here's how it works. For every box of McDonald's Land cookies you buy, from now until July 28th, McDonald's will donate 10 cents toward a brand new pair of otters for the Miller Park Zoo collection. Come to your nearby participating McDonald's today and buy McDonald's Land cookies while you're there. Remember, every time you do, McDonald's donates 10 cents toward our new pair of otters.
Partly sunny, warm, and humid, the weather word today, with perhaps some showers or thunder showers late this afternoon or evening, with the highs today 87, lows tonight about 66.
It's the third smashing week at the Castle. For the latest from Walt Disney, Herbie Rides Again. There's a heap of hilarious happenings from the greatest love bug story ever told. Kids under 12, register for a free mini Herbie to be given away. A real gas-powered Herbie Volkswagen. Register today and be sure to see Herbie Rides Again. Now at the Castle, matinees daily. Herbie Rides Again. It's a Volkswagen full of laughs. Now at the Castle. Rated G, general audience.
Here's a fellow by the name of Rex Allen Jr. That can only mean one thing. He's son of Rex Allen Sr. Got a new song out called Goodbye.
Takes an awful lot to get me down but it only took one word from her. Goodbye. It takes an awful lot to make me cry, but it only took one word from her. Goodbye. What's wrong with me? Why couldn't I see the lonely nights for her were too long? Now she's gone. Takes an awful lot to open my eyes, but it only took one word from her. Goodbye. Goodbye. How can one word cut so deep and leave you with an ugly scar for life, just like a knife? Takes an awful lot to wanna die, but it only took one word from her. Goodbye. Goodbye. Goodbye.
If you just joined us, the Democratic members of the House Judiciary Committee, Democrats, rewrote their proposed articles of impeachment today. The rewritten version makes more explicit the set of charges the panel is considering against President Nixon. The Democrats took their action in a closed caucus before convening of the nationally broadcast session. They revised the proposed resolution to tighten and strengthen its language. The caucus delayed the start of the public session by more than a half hour. Consequently, we had a very short report for you about a half an hour ago, and about a half an hour from right now, we'll have another report from ABC News on that meeting.
Now, superb furniture buys, rock-bottom prices at Wayside Furniture. You won't want to miss this great wall-to-wall sale going on now at Wayside. For instance, a large Mediterranean dining room suite in rich antique pecan finish by Bassett includes large two-door lighted china cabinet, oval table, 6 chairs. It's an $849.60 value, now priced at just $499.95 at Wayside. A $308 value contemporary love seat, now priced at only $119.95. A high-back chair by Kraler, a $199.95 value, now just $89.95 at Wayside Furniture. A $79.95 imported Spanish floor lamp, now only $19.95. Lots more bargains now during the great wall-to-wall sale at Wayside Furniture. Don't miss them. Hurry to Wayside, a mile south of Clinton on Route 51, and get in on all the savings. Sale ends on Saturday.
WJBC KEN BEHRENS.
Good morning to you. It's 82 degrees at 8 in front of 11.
Met the girl I love in a town way down in Dixie beneath the stars up above. She was the sweetest girl I ever did see. So I held her in my arms and told her of her many charms. I kissed her while the guitars played the Bonaparte Retreat. Guitar! Don't you go away. And so I held her in my arms and told her of her many charms. I kissed her while the bagpipe played the Bonaparte Retreat. Bagpipe! Well, I met the girl I love in a town way down in Dixie beneath the stars up above. She was the sweetest girl I ever did
play the Bonaparte retreat. Don't you go away. So I held her in my arms and told her of her many charms. I kissed her while everybody played the Bonaparte retreat. Everybody played. Yes, I held her in my arms.
That's Glenn Campbell with Bonaparte's Retreat. That's a popular song over at Lowy and Company, at least with Jack Secord, who takes a look at the stock market now.
Well, Ken, Bonaparte isn't the only fellow retreating today, as the stocks are retreating in average volume. Dow Jones Industrial Average is down 854. It stands at 787.23. Transportation down 135. Utilities down 0.16. And the average price per share traded is off 33 cents. Declines lead advances 755 to 349, and volumes 5.28 million. The American Exchanges Index is down 30 cents. Volume on the American is 320,000 shares. This is Jack Secord reporting from Lowy & Company, member New York Stock Exchange.
All righty, thank you, Jack. And here's Paul Bates to take a look at the commodities.
The Chicago Board of Trade grain markets opened very strong, and the soybean complex has remained locked at the permissible limit up. September corn at 10.30 is 363 1/4, up 10. December 353, up 6 1/4. September beans 826 1/2, up 20. November 825, up 20. September wheat 458, down 5. December 468, down 5 1/2. August soybean meal 183.70, up 1,000 points, with August oil at 43.75, up 150 points. On the Chicago Mercantile Exchange, the market opened mixed, but has since turned weaker. August cattle are 46.75, down 62 points, but October 38.85, down 85. August hogs are 39.60, down 17, and October 38.85, down 85. This is Paul Bates reporting for the Commodity Hedging Division of Illinois Grain.
WJBC, for music lovers only.
Here's music from Marie Osmond at 4 before 11.
We'll
Marie Osmond, My Little Corner of the World. Happy birthday wishes go out to Leo DeRocher today, and also to Jason Robards, Jr. We head to news time with music furnished by Henry Mancini and his orchestra. It's the theme from Cades County. This is WJBC Bloomington. News is next at 11 o'clock.
News of the hour on the hour from American Information Radio. This is Bob Walker from New York, and at this hour, at the impeachment hearings in Washington, Republican Congressman Robert McClory of Illinois says he believes 28 members of the Judiciary Committee will vote to impeach President Nixon. Here's what McClory said outside the hearing room within the hour.
It seems to me that the die is pretty well cast.
And I go off the air. We go back to monitoring the news, which, like the clock itself, moves relentlessly onward second by second. With that kind of progress, even important stories become old news pretty quickly, except they never really do. Because today's news, the sum total of what people all over the world have done to change the world today, is really the beginning of tomorrow. Listen to the future happen on this station and the American Information Radio Network.
I'm Bob Walker in New York, and that's the news. Hear news of the hour on the hour throughout the day from American Information Radio. A service of ABC News.
Sizzling steak, sizzling steak, sizzling, sizzling, sizzling steak.
Coming to a Ponderosa for the good food we make. Step into a Ponderosa for a sizzling steak.
Sizzling.
What will $1.29 get you for lunch these days? Well, at some places, it's the down payment on a steak. At others, it buys you a tossed salad or even just a warm roll with butter. But at Ponderosa Steakhouse, $1.29 gets you all three: a family steak or chopped steak, a tossed salad, and a warm roll with butter. Lunch at Ponderosa, all for just $1.29.
You don't know how good it is until you eat someplace else.
Sizzling steak, sizzling steak, sizzling, sizzling steak, sizzling steak.
Good morning. It's 84 degrees at 6 past 11.
Now showing at Cinema 2 in Normal, the filthiest show in town, Rated X. Don't miss the filthiest show in town at Cinema 2 in Normal, adults only.
Good morning, McLean County, from the Morning Report on WJBC.
This is the Morning Report.
This is Fred Waring inviting you to stay tuned for the Ken Behrens Show.
Thank you, Fred. It's music from a guy by the name of Glenn Gray doing the King Porter Stomp. Gray is a Central Illinois hometown boy. That again is called the King Porter Stomp at 9 after 11 o'clock. We do have some reports for you this half hour, one of which comes from ABC News at 20 minutes. That's just about 10 minutes away from now, 20 minutes past 11 o'clock. Another report on that House Judiciary meeting today.
Grand opening of Farm and Fleet Route 9 a quarter mile west of I-55. They invite comparison of their tires feature for feature with tires costing much more. They have them all. Steel-belted radials, nylon polyester, fiberglass, and polyester cord tires in every size and width. All sale price through August 3rd. For example, if your car takes a size H7815 4-ply nylon white wall in the famous DS Premium 78 series, the sale price is only $20.27 plus tax. Or a full set of 4 for only $81.08 plus tax. No trade needed at Farm and Fleet, open till 9 p.m.
We have some people to report with birthdays and anniversaries today. For example, Mr. and Mrs. Coombs of Walnut Street in Hayworth are celebrating 6 years of marriage today. Todd Springer is 9 and lives in rural Bloomington. Edith Sayers of Grove, happy birthday. Same to Mrs. Dorothy Miller of West Jefferson. Ron Aschenbremer of Hannah Street is our winner for dinner for 2 at the Master's Place today. Tricia Wall of Ellsworth is 9 today. Gary Roberts of Downs, happy birthday. John Gundy of Mason is celebrating. Mrs. Marie Warcup of Kappa, Illinois, happy birthday. Same to Kathy Rurup and Rick Schreiber and Tracy Ann Carson and Rick Schappelman of Lexington. Ricky Flynn is 4 today. Mary Ann Kurz of Tanner Street, happy birthday. And same to Mrs. Irene Compton of Lexington.
Now, I know Manny's a hard-working man. He gets up real early and he goes downtown. About 15 minutes after he's been gone, there's a big milk truck pulls up on the lawn. That milkman rushes up to the door, but that man's wife's waiting in a kimono, and she plants a big old kiss on his cheek, and they go inside. And that truck never moves for an hour or two. Well, it's none of my business. One day I called him aside and told him what was going on while he was gone. He said, well, I guess that's so, but do you know we're never out of milk or cottage cheese or yogurt, ice cream, or none of them other cowy things. I guess he's making the best of a bad situation. Don't want to make waves, can't you see? He's just making the best of a bad situation. Reckon I'd do the same if it was me. Now I know Manny's educated. Manny's alligator wrestler. He jumps right in there and grabs them long green boogers. By whatever you grab them long green boogers by. Well, one day he's got a full Nelson on this big alligator when this other alligator sneaks up and bites his right ear plumb off. Didn't bat an eye, just crawled off in the shade and went to sleep. The alligator, not the man. Well, it's none of my business. One day I said, well, it's sure too bad about that little accident that you had, because now your hat's going to fall down over your eyes and you can't ever be a gypsy because you don't have no place to wear a gold earring. He just looked me right straight in the eye and said, huh? I guess he's making the best of a bad situation. Don't want to make waves, can't you see? He's just making the best of a bad situation. I reckon I'd do the same if it was me. Now I know a lady, she's a mighty fine lady, got a heart of gold, she wouldn't harm a fly. She's just trying to get by and keep her house in order. But you know that her husband, he works so hard that he come unglued, he come unwrapped, he just snapped, he thinks he's a chicken. That's right, one of them cackling Colonel Sanders types. Roosts in the bush by the side of the house. Well, it's none of my business. One day I said, have you ever thought about finding him a doctor that could make him well? And she said, well, I have now and then, but then again, he don't eat much, just chicken feed, and all that pecking in the ground don't hurt nothing. Heaven knows we can use the eggs. I guess she's making the best of a bad situation. Don't want to make waves, can't you see? She's just making the best of a bad situation. Reckon I'd do the same if it was me. We're all just making the best of a bad situation. We're all in this together, you and me.
That's Dick Feller making the best of a bad situation. Say, if you'd like to make the best of it, head on out to the Red Wheel Restaurant. They'd like to treat you to steak special. It's the Red Wheel's Steakorama, served up every night from 5 to 9 and all day, Saturday and Sunday. Fantastic, sizzling, cooked-to-a-turn steaks at super low prices. Take your pick of T-bone for $3.69, strip steak for $2.69, and boneless rib steak for just $1.99. All are served with crisp garden salad, Idaho baked or golden French fried potatoes, and toasted garlic bread. For the kids, a junior's eye of the rib steak for only $1.59. At the Red Wheel, there's no charge for the little extras like roll and butter and sour cream. There's no standing in line either. Just sit down at one of the comfortable tables and you'll be served by one of the congenial Red Wheel waitresses. Treat the family to steak every night from 5 to 9 and all day on Saturday and Sunday at the Red Wheel during Steak-A-Rama. The Red Wheel Restaurant, 1412 East Empire, where the whole family likes to eat. Remember, Steak-A-Rama means super eating and super savings, and it's going on at the Red Wheel every night, 5 till 9, and all day, Saturday and Sunday.
It's the real thing.
It's the real thing. When you're in the sun, when you're having fun, Coke is number one.
Win a Schwinn bicycle from Coca-Cola's $500,000 bike giveaway. Get details wherever Coca-Cola or Sprite is sold. Win a bike and get a great buy on Coke and Sprite.
It's the real thing. It's the real thing.
Say, here's a gal that's entertaining in Chicago Saturday and Sunday. That's tomorrow and Sunday at Mill Run Theater. A gal by the name of Lorna Luff.
That day will come when we'll have everything. We'll share the joy. Falling in love can bring. No one can tell me that I'm too young to know. I love you so. And you love me. That day will come if we just wait a while. No tears for us. Think love and wear a smile. Our dreams have magic because we'll always stay in love this way. Our day will come. Our day will come when we'll have everything. We'll share the joy. Falling in love can bring. No one can tell me that I'm too young to know. I love you so. Our day will come.
Money. Everybody's concerned about money. And why not? We work hard for our money. Kmart Foods is doing their share. They're trying every way possible to save you money. And now's the right time for you to shop Kmart Foods. The right time because they have food at the right price, right on time. And Kmart Food Stores gives you plenty of time to save plenty of money. Now, Kmart Food Stores are open 7 days a week, 24 hours a day. Keep an eye on Kmart food prices. You'll see that prices get lower and lower at Kmart Foods, your 24-hour food operation. And here's this week's 24-hour eye catcher.
Whole fryers, 33 cents a pound. 3 heads of lettuce for $1. A gallon of Camelot homogenized or 2% milk, 99 cents with a $7.50 purchase, limit 2 gallons. Middledale ice cream, all flavors, half gallon, 59 cents.
Every hour of every day, Kmart Food saves you money.
Good morning. Partly sunny, warm, and humid that weather word today, with a chance of a shower or thunder shower late this afternoon or early tonight. It's 84 degrees, WJBC. Wonderly doing the summer samba. Now here's another report from ABC News.
This is a live special report from ABC News. I'm Joe Templeton with colleague Merrill Muller in Washington. The 38 members of the House Judiciary Committee are now down to the point where they're faced with the most important vote they will ever cast. That is, whether to recommend the impeachment of President Nixon. Let's call in our colleague, Vic Ratner, on Capitol Hill, who's covering the committee proceedings. Vic, what can we expect this afternoon on the question of a possible compromise being worked out on the impeachment articles?
There are draft impeachment articles being written, as far as I can tell, in at least half a dozen congressional offices. There were several different sets of meetings going on this morning in an attempt to work out a compromise. Chairman Rodino and senior committee Democrats in one place, swing Republicans and Southern Democrats in another place, individual members who want articles on such things as Cambodia and San Clemente meeting someplace else. So this is in the negotiation stage, and it's too early to say what the final language will look like.
Does it look like anything will wind up today as far as the articles are concerned?
Chairman Rodino is definitely pushing for the first vote putting an article of impeachment on record today.
What kind of debate do you expect on that as far as amendments are concerned, Vic?
There are several different draft articles that might substitute for parts of this obstruction of justice in the Watergate cover-up article being circulated. None of them have surfaced at the moment, and it's difficult to tell how the language might be changed, but the center of the article, the obstruction of justice allegation, will stay.
Thank you, Vic. We'll be back to you later.
Congressman Robert McClory of Illinois has introduced a motion asking for 10 days of postponement if President Nixon advises the committee by 12 noon tomorrow that he will provide the taped conversations which have been subpoenaed by this committee. Congressman McClory qualified in his own remarks the rather firm control that his motion would seem to give to President Nixon to control the deliberations of this committee.
It seems to me that the die is pretty well cast. The committee is going to vote impeachment, and we ought to put it in a form which is more or less acceptable to those members that feel that there should be one or more articles of impeachment, and then prepare our recommendations and our report, send it to the House of Representatives, and let's see what the result's going to be there.
Congressman McClory appears to be speaking to his Republican colleagues here who want delay but expect defeat. McClory saves ranking Republican member Edward Hutchinson, who has taken a stronger stand against impeachment, from the embarrassment of the actual defeat. McClory covers his own position by pointing to a proposal he will make later for a new article of impeachment. Democrat of Texas Jack Brooks opposed McClory's motion for delay, pointing out there's nothing in this week's Supreme Court decision on the tapes about letting the committee hear them.
This order by the court is a very narrow order, which is restricted to a criminal prosecution. It provides only for in-camera inspection by the judge. There is nothing in this decision that gives any assurance whatsoever that this committee would ever receive any of these tapes.
That's Democrat Jack Brooks of Texas. Joe?
Let's switch back up to Vic Ratner, who is standing by with us on Capitol Hill. Vic, Sandman, the Republican of New Jersey, says there's no reason, as far as he's concerned, to delay the proceedings right now. Sandman said the Democrats in the committee have the votes for an impeachment resolution. He said, let's get on with the resolution and go home. Do you find that coming out to be the feeling of more and more members on the committee?
Joe, that's exactly the point. The McClory motion is a kind of pro forma objection, just registered for the record the way lawyers talk before judges. Sandman's point is correct, and everybody knows what the outcome's going to be.
Thank you, Vic. Our next report on impeachment proceedings from the House Judiciary Committee will be at 1:20:30 Eastern Daylight Time, about 55 minutes from now. I'm Joe Templeton in Washington. This has been a live special report from ABC News.
12:30 WJBC. The sound of hero pleasure.
Time is running out. Only 2 days left to putt your way to fun and prizes in Jerry Bergeron's Country Bazaar of Savings Putting Tournament. Score 24 or better on the putting green in front of our showroom, and your name will go into our Country Bazaar of Savings drawing. First 4 names drawn will win $100 in merchandise. Next 15 will win Cadillac silver-plated golf putters. And at our Big Top, see our super colossal specials on brand new 1974 Cadillacs. Today, the Cadillac Sam Moritz, spectacular new edition of America's America's #1 luxury car with all of Cadillac's most wanted features. Introduced last spring by Jerry Bergeron. Only 3 left in all of Illinois, only at Bergeron Cadillac's Country Bazaar of Savings, Route 66 and Lincoln Avenue in Bloomington, through Saturday, July 27th. Open 9 a.m. to 9 p.m.
If you're not saving on your food bill every day, come on over to Eagle. We'll show you how it's done.
Saving is an everyday thing at Eagle.
Eagle's new Sunday hours are now 9 a.m. to 6 p.m. for your summer shopping convenience.
Gee, what a happy ending. Every time you see how little you're spending, saving is an everyday thing at Eagle. Every day.
When the morning comes and you gotta get up, how you gonna find your shoes? In an empty bed with an aching head, you know it's gotta give you the blues. I don't know what's going on here. I know things are not alright. If you want me to, I'll go there. If you won't, I'll stay all night. Came here with my broken heart wrapped away with care, and all you do is sit and drink and stare at your TV. And when the morning comes and you gotta get up, how you gonna find your shoes? In an empty bed with an aching head, you know it's gotta give you the blues.
You asked me why I came here. Well, you're the one who phoned.
I wasn't very happy, but I did all right alone. I thought you learned to love me. I guess you never will. The key's lost to the kingdom, and I don't have time to kill. And when the morning comes and you gotta get up, how you gonna find your shoes? In an empty bed with an aching head, you know it's gotta give you the blues. So it's goodbye, Carolina. So long, Tennessee. California's calling now. Chicago's good to me. My feet are in the stirrup. My pony wants to run. I think I'll hit the highway. I guess you're not the one. And when the morning comes and you gotta get up, how you gonna find your shoes? In an empty bed with an aching head, you know it's gotta give you the blues. When the morning comes and you gotta get up, how you gonna find your shoes? In an empty bed with an aching head, you know it's gotta give you the blues.
It's Hoyt Axton when the morning comes. News comes next here on WJBC Bloomington.
Talk about moving. They're moving out at the Caboose in Normal. The Caboose now moving to a new location, the former location of Thomas Michaels. And the Caboose is having a super moving sale today and tomorrow. Get on the track and save 25% on denim jeans at the Caboose. Jeans in the basement just $3 and some are half price. 25 to 50% off on great belts and shirts. And sleeveless sweaters are now half price. Today and tomorrow, the super moving sale at the Caboose in downtown Normal. Don't you miss the savings train.
Bernard Ullman's Wonder Looper placemats as low as $1.09 now during Bergner's White Sale in living color.
A trustee inmate of the McLean County Jail apparently walked away from the facility. 28-year-old James Pearson of Bloomington, who's being held on a theft under $150 charge, has been missing since about 8:15 this morning. Pearson, who is still believed to be in the Bloomington Normal area, is described as 6'2", 172 pounds, with blue eyes and brown hair. And when last seen, he was wearing a blue shirt and brown pants. McLean County Sheriff John King tells WJBC News that Pearson is not considered dangerous. It's 84 degrees, partly sunny and warm this afternoon, with maybe a slight chance for a shower later on. More news in a moment.
Patty cake in the store. Tastes so fresh, you want some more.
We still make colonial bread with the same care and attention that made sense when you were a kid. We bake it slow. Then we rush it to your store, still warm, full of good, fresh bread flavor. Colonial made sense when you were a kid, and now it makes sense for your kids.
Colonial bread tastes so good. Great fresh for you.
It could have been me, wearing that dress of white. It could have been me, holding you close tonight. It could have been me, giving your children life. Why can't it be me, who'll be your wife? Now we're gathered all together. You vow your love for worse or better. Lift her veil and kiss her with a tender glow. Then leading her back up the aisle, I tried to meet your eyes and smile, but all the time my heart is breaking so. It could have been me, wearing that dress of white. It could have been me, holding you close tonight. Children life, why can't it be me, who'll be your wife? I toast the lovely bride and groom, and as you leave the noisy room, they say it's my turn to catch the bride's bouquet. And as the crowd goes streaming past, and someone says he's hers at last, I hold my pretty flowers and slowly walk away. Could this be a dream? Will I be wearing that dress of white? Could it really be me, who'll be holding you close tonight? Please say that it's me, who'll be giving your children life. Wake me from this dream, take me for your wife. Yes, only a dream. I'll be wearing that dress of white. It was just a bad dream. I'll be holding you close tonight. I'm proud that it's me who'll be giving your children life. Thank God that it's me who'll be your wife. Yes, only a dream.
She's a pretty gal by the name of Sammy Joe. That's her latest recording called It Could Have Been Me.
Hey, lean over and put your sniffer next to the radio for a couple of sniffs if you want to smell something real nice. I just opened up Granny's bread box, and you can smell the freshness of that old-fashioned hillbilly bread just like it was a baking right now. It's made with Granny's secret recipe of toasted soya grits, crushed wheat, oatmeal, wheat bran, corn flour, molasses, and honey. It's colossal. Good-tasting hillbilly bread made from Granny's old-fashioned bread mix by the Colonial Bakers.
Here's a bulletin from the WJBC newsroom. Presidential Attorney James St. Clair has agreed to surrender tapes of 20 Watergate conversations by next Tuesday and to speed work on 44 others. St. Clair reached the agreement today under prodding from Judge John Sirica. Again, Presidential Attorney James St. Clair has agreed to surrender tapes of 20 Watergate conversations by next Tuesday and to speed the work on 44 others. St. Clair reached the agreement today under prodding from Judge John Sirica. More news, of course, at the top of the hour from ABC.
AMC. If you want economy.
See your AMC dealers, the economy experts, right now, because they've got the lowest list price of any car built in America. That's right, the sporty little Gremlin has the lowest list price of any car built in America. And it comes with an economical 6 standard and a big 21-gallon tank. So the Gremlin goes a long way between fill-ups. And now you get a special deal on factory air. It lists for just $222. That's right, just $222. Yes, the car with the lowest list price also has the lowest list price on factory air. Hurry if you want to save on a Gremlin with factory air. Supplies are limited.
See the AMC economy experts now at Norton Russ Motor Company, 400 West Washington in Bloomington.
And still another bulletin. The House Judiciary Committee has rejected a Republican plea for delay and moved on to shape precise charges for its expected recommendation that President Nixon be impeached. That vote was 27-11. Repeating, the House Judiciary Committee has rejected a Republican plea for delay and moved on to shape precise charges for its expected recommendation that President Nixon be impeached. That vote was 27-11.
You fill up my senses like a night in a forest, like the mountains in springtime, like a walk in the rain, like a storm in the desert, like a sleepy blue ocean. You fill up my senses, come fill me again. Come, let me love you, let me give my life to you. Let me drown in your laughter, let me die in your arms, let me lay down beside you, let me always be with you. Come, let me love you, come love me again. Like a night in a forest, like the mountains in springtime, like a walk in the rain, like a storm in the desert, like a sleepy blue ocean. You fill up my senses, come fill me again.
That's John Denver with Annie's song. Time is running out. Only 2 days left to putt your way to fun and prizes in Jerry Bergeron's Country Bazaar of Savings Putting Tournament. Score 24 or better on the putting green in front of our showroom, and your name will go into our Country Bazaar of Savings drawing. First 4 names drawn will win $100 in merchandise. Next 15 will win Cadillac silver-plated golf putters. And at our Big Top, see our super colossal specials on brand new 1974 Cadillacs. Today, the Cadillac Sam Moritz. Spectacular new edition of America's #1 luxury car with all of Cadillac's most wanted features. Introduced last spring by Jerry Bergeron. Only 3 left in all of Illinois. Only at Bergeron Cadillac's Country Bazaar of Savings. Route 66 and Lincoln Avenue in Bloomington. Through Saturday, July 27th. Open 9 a.m. to 9 p.m. That weather, we're partly sunny, warm, and humid for this afternoon with a possibility of a late shower this afternoon or evening. Highs today about 87. It's 84 degrees at 16 before noon. And now a word for the women. Here's Extension Advisor Margaret Esposito.
Are you looking for ways to stretch your milk dollar? Well, certainly milk prices, like the prices of everything else, have gone up. Nevertheless, there are ways to economize and still get the food values associated with milk. One way is to buy fresh milk in as large a container as is practical for your family. The larger the container, the less you pay per quart as a rule. Of course, you can't save money if the milk spoils before you use it, so only you can determine whether a half-gallon, a 3-quart, a gallon, or a 10-quart size is practical in the fresh milk department. Another alternative is to buy milk in the dried or evaporated form instead of fresh, and milk in these forms costs less than fresh milk. Most importantly, let's talk about the instant non-fat dry milk. It's made by removing nearly all the fat and water from pasteurized skim milk. It contains about half the calories of whole milk and has the same nutritive value as fresh skim milk. Normally, instant non-fat dry milk comes with vitamins A and D added, so you want to read the label. An instant non-fat dry milk, when mixed with water, is a good substitute for fresh whole or skim milk as a beverage. And you'll save money even if you mix the reconstituted non-fat dry milk with an equal amount of whole milk. And it may change the flavor enough that your family will enjoy it even more. Instant non-fat dry milk is also good for cooking. The powder may be sifted with dry ingredients for cakes and breads, stirred into the flour for gravy or sauces, or mixed with cornstarch and sugar for pudding. Add water to make up the required amount of liquid. Another asset of non-fat dry milk is that it needs no refrigeration and can be stored for several months in a cool, dry place. After water is added, however, it should be refrigerated and handled just like the fresh milk. Now, when buying instant non-fat dry milk, look for the U.S. Extra grade shield on the label. This shield means that the milk was manufactured under continuous inspection of the U.S. Department of Agriculture, that it meets high quality requirements, and was produced under strict sanitary conditions. To receive the U.S. Extra grade designation, instant non-fat dry milk must have a sweet and pleasing flavor and a natural color. It must also dissolve immediately when mixed with water. So if you're contemplating how to get the most for your milk dollar, think again about non-fat dry milk and some of the other alternatives you have, such as evaporated milk or even the size container you buy whole fresh milk in. I'm your Extension Advisor, Margaret Esposito.
Duralon may be a new name in tires to you, but hundreds of thousands of them have been serving satisfied customers throughout the Midwest for years and have proven themselves to be the best tire value on the road today. Farm and Fleet invites you to get acquainted with Duralon during their grand opening at their new store on Route 9, a quarter-mile west of I-55. Everyday low prices have been reduced 10% on all passenger tires in all sizes and widths, ranging from steel-belled radials, polyester cord, and nylon cord construction. No trade needed. Stop on out. Open till 9 p.m.
Now, you talk about increases and everything. Did you see where there's a new rate schedule to take effect for general telephone customers on the 1st of next month? That's the result of a $7.7 million rate increase granted yesterday. You know, the phone company's no different than any other business when it comes right down to it. They have to make a profit, and they have to keep up their overhead, mostly wires, I guess. They have to make both ends meet.
Now, I want to acknowledge the fact that I know a lot of people are peeved with the phone company. But the thing, what you need, the thing about it, first of what you have to understand, the thing you should comprehend is first of all, it's a fantastic, it's a machine, it's made up, it's composed of there's maybe million, up to billions of teeny little, there's all kinds of little, and every one is guaranteed to break down.
See, there you are. Thank you for that explanation. It's our economist, Lily Tomlin.
Operator, or could you help me place this call? See, the number on the matchbook is old and faded. Living in L.A. with my best old ex-friend Ray. Gosh, she said she knew well and sometimes hated. Isn't that the way they say it goes? Well, let's forget all that and give me the number if you can find it, so I can call just to tell them I'm fine and to show I've overcome the blow. I've learned to take it well. I only wish my words could just way it feels. Operator, or could you help me place this call? 'Cause I can't read the number that you just gave me. There's something in my eyes, you know it happens every time. I think about the love that I thought would save me. But isn't that the way they say it goes? Well, let's forget all that and give me the number if you can find it, so I can call just to tell them I'm fine and to show I've overcome the blow. I've learned to take it well. I only wish my words could just convince myself that it just wasn't real. But that's not the way it feels. No, 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 no. That's not the way it feels. Operator, oh, let's forget about this call. No one there I really wanted to talk to. Thank you for your time. Oh, you've been so much more than kind. You can keep the dime. Isn't that the way they say it goes? Well, let's forget all that and give me the number if you can find it, so I can call just to tell them I'm fine and to show I've overcome the blow. I've learned to take it well. I only wish my words could just convince myself that it just wasn't real. But that's not the way it feels.
That's Jim Croce. Operator, that's not the way that it feels.
Over 100 varieties of Sunrise fresh fruits and vegetables. That's what you'll find on any average day at Kroger. This is Sid Collins, here to remind you that Sunrise fresh fruits and vegetables are an extra bonus you get from shopping Kroger. Not only do you get an uncommonly large selection to choose from, but as Kroger likes to say, the only thing fresher than their Sunrise fresh fruits and vegetables is probably still in the fields. And let me tell you, with the speedy way Kroger rushes those fruits and vegetables from America's farmlands to your Kroger store, that's very likely to be true. So come on and pick a basketful of good eating from Kroger's own garden of freshness. And at some very tempting prices.
Save big this week at Kroger. U.S. number 1 red or white potatoes are just $1.99 for a big 20-pound bag.
Where did the morning go? Come to think of it, where did the week go? We're going to be having reports for you next week from the McLean County Fair, of course. We'll be here for the regular show, too. Hope you will. Today's Friday. Made it through the week together. Forecasters are calling for a sunny afternoon with maybe a chance of showers or thunder showers toward evening, at least late this afternoon or early tonight. Highs around 87 today, lows tonight about 65, and then mostly sunny skies for your Saturday with the highs in the upper 80s. It's 85 degrees as we head to market time here on the radio. I'm Ken Behrens. Thanks for joining me. We'll see you bright and early Monday morning, about 10:05. That's Percy Faith music, Go Away, Little Girl.